Being back on Minecraft has honestly started to remind me it's just how life works. I mean, you start off with nothing. You move on, you grab items, you build to a high spot, you fight enemies daily. You have to go to sleep at night, otherwise, the chaos is going to be there over and over. And you wake up and start a new day and continue on your journey. That's what life is like, too. And this is a good message to be when it comes with Minecraft because, in life, we see it in the same way. We have results, we're moving, we're getting there, and then out of nowhere, we vanish or perish or die, and we have to start over. Not with completely zero, but we do end up having to either try to go back to our stuff and grab it, or we just say, you know what, I can't find it anymore. I have to start new. And that's a great lesson too in life, because things always change, things always move around, and things always cannot be what they seem. And with everything that goes on in life and all the issues and things that we deal with, it's important to still have that kind of faith and keep moving and building blocks anyway, just like in Minecraft. I've been loving playing old school Minecraft, really just learning everything again, doing different things, and really bringing back my childhood. It really has inspired me in a different way than I never thought it would. And it's insane to think about, how a game like this has been so popular since I was a kid and many years before that. And now it's still popular in this day and age, no matter what. And that's because I think because Minecraft follows a simple philosophy of itself. It's never really changed its core principles of how it works. Everything has still been the same. Of course, they have different updates and different things that might have changed a bit, and they've added all new types of things. But for the most part, the beginning is the same. You chop down trees, you get wood, you build items. You build a crafting table, what allows you to build more items. Like all these different things. The basics have stayed the same. And it kind of reminds me of the foundations of our lives. You know, what do we need in our lives to stay the same? Something that's successful and works well. Things like that we have to keep the same and then build off of it. But first, you have to set that right foundation. And that can be tricky because you don't really know what's the right foundation in the moment. But you need something that has a great philosophy. A house that is built on a great brick and not on sand. You learn that from Minecraft too. And not having everything just be able to be washed away or just have these little things that just get in your way. I like how in Minecraft too, when you go to see the villagers and their houses, look how they're set up. They're set up nice and neat. They have stone and brick, wood. They have farms around. They have beds. They have chests. They have furnaces. They have everything set up for them. And they have a nice little community for them. And I think that's great. I think it's cool to see, just how comfortable they have become because their foundation is set. And in our lives, we have to set the right foundation as well, too. Whether that's mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, all these different things have to be established and set. Otherwise, you're going to crumble. And in Minecraft, too, I always think about it like this. You know, as I'm playing, I'm starting to go for diamonds. And of course, diamonds are a lot harder to find than normal ores like iron. Iron and coal I see everywhere. They're just always there. No matter where you go, you'll always find some iron or coal. But when it comes to diamond and gold, those are the ones that are harder to find. And you have to go through things to get there. But the thing about diamonds is that even in real life as well, diamonds take so much pressure and heat to be able to mine down and coal for you to even use it and extract it. That's why it's so expensive and why people would rather go for gold or silver because diamond is so much more. And I think of us as all as diamonds. How much pressure and how much heat and tension and chaos have to be put into us to allow us to turn into the diamonds that we need to be and extract as much out of us as possible to be a shining bright diamond. Because we're all diamonds at the end of the day. But some of us just haven't been able to withstand the pressure that it takes to mine us and to build us up into who we need to be. In Minecraft, you can't even mine diamond unless you have an iron pickaxe. And Once you get the iron pickaxe, then you gotta go find the diamond. And that's us too. We gotta find the diamonds within ourselves as well, figure out where it's at and what's our sweet spot. And then we have to figure out how to extract it and mine it to its best abilities and put us through the most tension and pressure and situations that allow us to grow and keep us in that spot. So just remember that one day when you're playing and when you're listening in your life, because life really is like a game of Minecraft.